Hi and welcome. In today's class we will be focusing on the shoulders and the upper back. I have a few props with me, 2 bricks and a belt. If you don't have these, don't worry, I will show the postures also without them. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like these videos and also hit the like button. So let's get started. First, we're going to sit in a comfortable posture. Just take a moment to center yourself and prepare for the class. Holding your hands to your knees, I will show the posture from this side. Take a good grip of your knees, and with an inhalation we're going to pull through the knees. We're going to reach the chest forward and up and extend the spine. And as you exhale, you're going to round the back and reach behind. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then come to a neutral spine. Roll your shoulders back. Lift to the top of your head. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Good. Now for the next posture, we do really need something. Like I said, a brick if you have one. And the other brick is going to go across to form a T shape. Now if you don't have a brick, you probably have a blanket at home. So you're going to open the blanket or fold the blanket so it's more or less as wide or as long as the brick. And then you're going to fold it nicely and firmly and tight so that it kind of has this more or less the same shape. And then you're going to lie on it. And then the other brick or another blanket is going to support your head. Now on the blanket or on the brick. If you've done this before, or if you want to try, if you're a little more flexible, you can also prop the brick so it's on a higher level. And the other might also go on a higher level too. You're going to come into your forearms and you're going to adjust yourself so your upper back is resting on the brick. And then find the other brick to support your head. The legs can be bent with the feet on the floor, or they can extend to the corners of the mat. Have the arms turn externally, so the palms face to the sky. Close the eyes, and we will be here for about a minute. Taking smooth breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your arms, relaxing your legs, your hips. Allowing the body to sink into the support, allowing the chest to open. Finding the focus on your breath. This is one of my favorite postures to open the chest and to release tension on the back, on the upper back. When you do this on its own, this posture on its own, you can stay here for as long as you want, 5 minutes or longer. Carefully use your arms, lift your head and push yourself out of the pose. Remove your bricks and lie back on the floor. We're going to do a spinal twist. To relieve stiffness of the back, it's really good to do twists. So you're going to take the knees to the chest and we're going to roll onto one side. We're going to extend the arms in front, place the palms together. And from here, with a deep breath, we're going to open the top arm to reach across the other side. If your arm hangs from the floor and you can't reach completely, it's okay, don't worry. Concentrate on your shoulder, moving down with each exhalation. You can use your other arm to help keep the thighs in place. So the hand presses on the outer thigh to keep the legs together. Relax your neck, relax your face, and breathe. Remember, if your shoulder is still not touching the floor, as you exhale, go a little bit more active, reaching a little more. Releasing tension in your face, in your jaw, in your neck. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. With an inhale, come back. And then turn back to center. Take a breath or two here. You can hold your knees if you want. And then go to the other side. Open up. Bring the shoulder blades towards each other and the shoulders away from the ears. The one hand can rest on the outer thigh to keep the legs together. And as you exhale, reach the shoulder a little closer to the floor if it's not already there. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax your face. And take smooth breaths. Untwist and carefully come back to center. And then you can use the momentum of your legs to swing you up out of the pose. Come to seat and take a couple of breaths here. Now from here, we're going to take one arm, one hand back, and we're going to hold the elbow at the back. And then we're going to grab the other elbow. If you can't hold your elbows, hold your forearms. And then pull your arms down, move your trapezius muscle down your back, lift through the top of your chest, roll your shoulders back, and take a couple of breaths. we're gonna do the other side. So release your arms, take your hands to the knees, roll the shoulders back a few times to release tension, and then take the hand back, hold the elbow, hold the other elbow, pull the arms down, roll the shoulders back, bring your shoulder blades towards each other, pull the shoulder blades down the back, lift through the top of your chest, relax your neck and your face, and take a couple of deep breaths. And gently release. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. I always say a couple of breaths, but I mean 4 or 5 breaths. Now, come into your hands and knees. Extend the tops of the feet to the floor. Bring the big toes to touch and sit between your heels with your heels apart. I will do the pose with the bricks, but you can do it without the bricks. Without the bricks, you're going to separate your knees, extend the arms, keeping your hips down to your heels, coming to the fingers, lift your chest, and then again, move your trapezius muscles down your back, reach the top of your chest forward, keep the back of the neck long, and breathe. With the bricks, I'm going to grab the bricks on its highest height. I'm going to extend the arms, walk the bricks forward. Bricks shoulder width apart. Press through the bricks to keep your hips down. Keep the arms extended and turn the arms, the biceps towards the ceiling. Bring the head in line with your arms or to the height of the arms. And take 4 or 5 deep breaths. This also is one of my favorite postures to open up the shoulders. And again, these you can hold for a few minutes if you like. Slowly come out of the pose. Come to sit. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Take 1 or 2 deep breaths here. A variation of this posture. Again, I will do it with bricks, but you can do it without bricks. So you sit, again, same posture, knees apart, and you're going to come into the elbows. Then bring the palms together and rest like this. With the bricks, goes like this. Turn the bricks so the wider side faces you. Make sure the bricks are shoulder width apart, or the center of the bricks rather, and then place the forearms on the bricks. The upper arms. And then bring your palms together. Now here's 2 ways of doing it. 1, the knees go all the way forward. Sink your chest, bring your palms towards your shoulder blades. I like to take the knees back because it increases the stretch a little bit in the shoulders and the chest. So you bring your knees back so they're more or less underneath your hips. And then pressing the palms together, bring the thumbs out of your hands towards your shoulder blades. It's going to increase the stretch on your triceps. And we're going to breathe here. Carefully come out of the pose. Sit down. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Relax and take a couple of breaths. Now, sitting in this posture or sitting cross-legged, we're going to extend the arms by the side. Palms can face up. Palms facing up helps you open up the shoulders a little more. It rolls the shoulders back. And then extend through the fingers. Feel the extension coming from the center of your chest. Take a breath in. And then take one arm on top of the other and give yourself a big hug. From here, keep the arms crossed and then bring the palms to touch, or the hands to touch. Either palms facing each other or palms facing apart, depending on how you feel it on your wrists. And then from here, we're going to lift the elbows to the shoulders, to the height of the shoulders, and we're going to move the hands away from the face. And at the same time, we're going to keep the shoulders down. And we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back. And then we're going to breathe here. With an exhalation, gently release. We're going to do the other side. So we extend the arms, palms facing up, reach, inhale. Then cross the arms the other way around. Give yourself a big hug. And then double cross. Palms facing each other or palms facing the same direction. Bring the fingers to the palms or hold your thumb. Move your shoulders down. Lift your chest, lift the elbows, move the forearms away from the face, and gently squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And release. Roll your shoulders back a few times. And then sit still just for a moment. Now, this one might be a little tricky to come into, but it's a great pose. What we're going to do is we're going to line prone on the front with the arms crossed in front and the arms extended across the other side. So you come into one arm, then the other. Palms can face up or can face down. You're going to slowly lower yourself. Keep your shoulders down. I'm going to take a few breaths here. Carefully undo the arms. Come up. Sit down and take a couple of breaths. You can roll your shoulders back if you like. Good. Now, if you find it difficult to reach your arms behind you, you're going to use a belt. I will show you with the belt, also because one side I cannot do without the belt. So you're going to take one arm back. The arm that goes below is the arm that's going to have the most of the stretch. You're going to walk your hand as high as you can. The top arm is the one that is going to hold the belt. From here, you're going to extend the arm to the sky, bend the arm, and grab the belt. Once you get a good grip of the belt, the top arm is going to pull so that you can adjust your bottom arm. And as you adjust a little higher, then you're going to walk the top arm down the belt. Eventually, you may be able to clasp your fingers. If you don't, it's okay. Just hold your belt. Keep the arm which is down, relax your shoulder. The elbow which is up, lift it to the sky. And breathe. Carefully release. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. What might be difficult about this pose is that it requires a lot of strength in your fingers to keep that grip. So it's going to also strengthen your hand muscles and finger muscles. Now we do the other side. The other arm goes down. Take your time to bring the hands close between the shoulder blades and as high up as you can. The top arm holds the belt if needed. Find the belt and hold it. The top arm then is going to pull the arm higher, and once it reaches higher, then you're going to walk that hand down the belt. Maybe do that a couple more times. Maybe then you're going to find your hands. Holding the belt or a grip of the fingers. Arm which is down, keep that shoulder down. The arm which is up, reach the elbow up. Soften your neck and take a couple of deep breaths. And as you exhale, gently release. Sit still for a couple of breaths. Maybe roll your shoulders back a few times. And then come to lie on your back. Place your feet on the floor. Make sure your feet are as wide as your hips, so the blade of your feet kind of in line with the edge of your hip. See that your feet are pointing straight forward, heels are pointing straight back. Rest your head and your shoulders on your back, on the floor. And then we're going to grab the edges of the mat. If you don't have a mat, just place your hands flat on the floor. Then taking a good grip of the mat with a deep breath, we're going to tuck the tailbone in and lift the hips, lift the lower back, middle back, and come up onto the shoulders. Walk your shoulder blades towards each other. Pull the mat, and with the strength of your legs, press down on the floor and lift your hips high. If you can, walk the shoulder blades a little bit more, and then reach your chest up and in the direction of your face or your chin. And take a few deep breaths. With an exhalation, very gently release. Round the back and lower, part by part, to the floor, hips lower last. Let your back settle on the floor as you take a few conscious breaths. Rock to sit or come to sit, whichever way is good for you. Sit down for a moment and take a few deep breaths. Now come to stand on your knees. Have your knees hip width apart and your shins parallel to each other, and extend the tops of your feet. If you notice you cannot reach your heels, then tuck your toes under. Keep your hips forward so they're on top of your knees, and then reach one hand back to the heel, reach the other to the heel. Adjust your hips so that you're forward over the knees. Roll your shoulders back. Press the hands to the heels so that you can get a nice lift, and lift your chest up. Look slightly up or all the way up, or if it's comfortable for you, behind you. Actively lift the chest and breathe. I'm using my hands and my arms to help me lift the chest, so I'm actively pushing into the heels. Bring your chin back in and carefully move forward. Sit on your heels. And take a few breaths here. Finally, you're going to grab your mat, you're going to roll it up. It really depends on how thick is your mat. I think this mat is about 3 millimeters thick. If it is too thick when you roll it, it might be too big. So you'll see how it feels for you. What you want to do is to lie on the rolled mat. And you also want to prop your head onto something to help you lift it a little. So I have this blanket here that I'm going to put at one end of the mat. And so I'm going to come to lie on the mat with the hips on the floor. Hold back, supported on the mat. Head and neck supported on the blanket. And the feet can be on the floor with the legs bent, or you can extend the legs to the corners of the mat. Again, turn the arms so the biceps face upwards and the palms face upwards. And we're going to use this as a final resting posture. So closing the eyes and relaxing the breath. Take your awareness to the body, the sensations in the body, the arms, the legs, the trunk, the face and the head. Your arms feel heavy, your legs feel heavy, the whole body melts. Allow yourself to remain here in this posture for 5, 7 to 10 or 15 minutes.